Alright, in this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a VPS into your own private VPN, fast, secure, and fully under your control. No middlemen, no logs, just a direct connection that you manage. To make things smooth and avoid issues, I recommend using the same VPS I'm using. Some providers block ports that VPNs need or slow things down. This one works great. It's fast, reliable, and pretty cheap. I've added all the links and commands you'll need in the description. Let's get started. First, we need a VPS. I'm choosing a plan with 3 vCPUs and 8 GB of RAM, more than enough for a personal VPN or even sharing with a couple of people. Click on Install VPS. Switch the billing to monthly. We don't need a yearly plan for this. Set the currency to USD if needed. For storage, I'm going with NVMe. It's faster. We don't need a lot of space here, just speed. All other settings can stay as they are. Next, set a root password. This is what you'll use to log into the server. Make sure to remember it. Click Next. I already have an account, so I'll just log in. If you're new, go ahead and register. Backups are optional. I'm not enabling them right now, but you can if you want. Everything looks good. Click Order and Pay. Payment is done, and the VPS is already delivered because I'm an existing customer. If this is your first time, you might need to wait a bit for account verification. Now check your email. You should see a few emails. One confirming the order, one from PayPal, and the important one, your server login details. Open that one. Copy the IP address of your VPS and keep it handy. We'll use it in a second. Now let's connect to the VPS. For that, we'll use a tool called PuTTY. Search for PuTTY on Google, click the first result, and download the 64-bit version. Install it. Just follow the steps. Nothing complicated. Once it's done, open PuTTY. Paste the VPS IP into the hostname field and give this session a name. I'll call mine VPS into VPN. Click Save so you don't have to re-enter it next time, then hit Open. You'll see a security warning the first time. Just click Accept. And that's it. We're connected. Now let's install what we need. Go ahead and copy both of these commands together and paste them into the terminal. Hit enter, and if it asks for confirmation, just type Y and press enter again. Now we're going to run the full installer script in one line. In a few seconds, we'll see a few interactive questions, things like the server IP, protocol, and port. Just go through them one by one. The default options are usually fine, so you can just press enter to accept them unless you want something specific. I'll just go with the default options. They're fine for most cases, so I'm mostly pressing enter through the next steps. This is the port we'll use to connect to the VPN, so keep it safe. Now it's asking for a name for the first VPN client. This can be anything. It's just the name for your VPN profile. I'll call mine Clevius, but you can name it whatever you like. Then hit enter to continue. Now it's asking if we want to protect the VPN profile with a password. The first option is the default, no password. But for extra security, I'm going to select the second one. So I'll type 2 and hit enter. Then I'll set a password for the client. Something strong but easy to remember. Alright, the client file has been created. I'm going to copy the file path where it was saved, just so things stay clear in the tutorial. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I like to keep track of it so we know exactly where the file is when it's time to download it. Now we need FileZilla to download the VPN file from the server. Open your browser, search for FileZilla, and click the first result. Then click Download FileZilla Client. Make sure it's the client, not the server. Click Download again. Now let's wait for the download to finish. Alright, once the download is done, let's install FileZilla. Now the setup window opens. Click I agree. Here, it might ask if you want to install the Opera browser. Just uncheck that box, we don't need it. Alright, let's click Finish. FileZilla will open right away. And we're good to go. It's ready for the next step. Now in FileZilla, I'm pasting this into the host field. Then I replace your VPS IP with the actual IP address of my VPS, the one we saved earlier. For username, I'm entering root, and for password, I'm using the one I set when I created the VPS. Then click Quick Connect to log in. Let's go back one step in the folder view. And now remember the path we saved earlier when the VPN setup finished. That's where our client file is. We'll use that path to navigate and find the file we need to download. The file is in the root folder. Now just drag and drop it from the right side, server, to the left. In my case, I'm dropping it onto the desktop. That's it. The VPN config file is now on our computer, ready to use. Now it's time to download the OpenVPN client. Open your browser, type download OpenVPN client, and hit enter. Click on download OpenVPN Connect for Windows. That's the official app we'll use. The download should start right away. Let's wait a moment for it to finish. Once the download is finished, let's install OpenVPN. The setup window will open. Click Next. Accept the license agreement by clicking I agree. Leave everything as it is and click Install. It'll only take a few seconds. Now to connect, it's super easy. Click Upload File, then drag and drop the .ovpn file we saved earlier into the window. The configuration loads instantly. Now just click Connect. Now you're being asked to enter the password we set during installation since we chose to protect our VPN. And that's it. We're connected. We're now officially on our own VPN. Our VPS is working as a VPN server. Let's confirm it's working. Open your browser and type "What's my IP?" then hit enter. Click on the first result. Let the page load for a second. And here it is. That's our VPS IP address. And the location shows Frankfurt, Germany, just like we picked earlier. Everything's working exactly as it should. And that's it. Your own VPN is up and running. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have any questions or need help. I'll do my best to reply. See you in the next one.